Hello everybody, it's �𝑚101 and welcome back to another Halo MCC video. So, Season 8 has finally arrived and I played the shit out of it a couple of times and sometimes I didn't play it because I've already unlocked it, probably like nearly everything. But there's only like 2 seasonal challenges that I had to fucking do, but I honestly don't care less about the other 2. But I only got one of them, so yeah. Anyway, so Season 8, a grand finale. So, the MCC is still going to be updated, but not in this seasonal kind of way. So they still are going to patch some things, just to check some things that are bugs, glitches, and issues that are serious problems. So if you do encounter a serious problem, then just literally go to the Halo support page and just submit a clip or screenshots, and then they'll probably take care of it within a couple of weeks or probably a little bit longer. So, yeah, what do I think about the MCC Season 8? Well, Season 8, it really is the same that I kind of hoped from its flight version, but there's obviously going to be some changes that might be some good, might be some bad, but yeah. So let's go dive straight into it. Alright, so first off is the Colorblind section. So this probably wasn't present in the flight, as far as my knowledge goes, but you can actually change the colors. Like you can make it bright or make it dark, and it is pretty fucking awesome just to see the background just being absolutely green and shit, and a bit of purple as well. So if people are colorblind and they can't really see the proper colors that we probably see, this would probably help you out a lot. And it is also cool just to probably make like a zombies or Halloween type of a map, but you're going to have to like change your settings in order to have these kinds of things. So yeah, you can just make the background green and purple, or you can just make the whole thing darker or a bit brighter if you're just having problems seeing or really seeing too much brightness. So it helps out, and I appreciate it for it to actually put this in the game. But yeah, there's really is a lot of things actually to do, even just like having like weapon skins and shit, and see what kind of colors that turns out. So yeah, I really do love this colorblind little detail, just to help out the people that are just like colorblind and they can't really tell what colors they actually are. So yeah, it's actually pretty fucking cool to actually use it. Even I'm not colorblind, but it's actually pretty cool because I would love to see my HUD just having like green instead of just like being regular blue all the time. So yeah, it really is pretty cool. And what's even more cool is just like literally playing in a space mission and you see the whole skybox being green.
Noble Actual to Saber Bravo 029er, over.
Copy, Actual. Colonel Holland?
Affirmative, Noble 5. Welcome to Operation Uppercut. I'll be your control from here on out.
Understood, Colonel.
Noble 6, these Sabres have been customized for orbital defense. You may need to get reacquainted. Rendezvous at Anchor 9 with Frigate Savannah and the other Sabres as soon as you're ready. Holland out.
Alright, the next one is the Combat Evolved HUD style. So you can make it classic, anniversary, turn the scale all the way up or all the way down. And I didn't really recognize the scale as far as my knowledge goes in this flight, but it is pretty cool that you can make the HUD bigger or smaller, whatever you choose in Combat Evolved, and that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, also the weapon offsets, they are finally in the game, and I have no troubles with them whatsoever. Got nothing wrong with them in all the Halo games in the MCC. But if you are going to try it in Halo 2, you must know that if you change your settings on Halo 2, it will apply to the anniversary version as well. So if you were playing the multiplayer on Classic and you switched over, there's some settings, and if you go on to the anniversary multiplayer, you would notice that you're using the same setting as you were back in the Classic version. So they are connected, so if you plan to play one of them, just letting you know that they both are connected. So it just makes it easy for people free to literally get that whole thing done instead of just waiting for like another couple of months just to get this fucking feature back into the game. So yeah, I honestly didn't have that much issues with them, but there's only one problem that it might occur, because I encountered this one kind of a bit by accident, and it's more likely for like dual wielding. And also the plasma pistol, you're holding the plasma pistol on the left of your hand instead of being your right. So let me just show you. Alright, so right here, holding the plasma pistol, and when I charge it up, you can easily see that the light is like away from the gun itself. But if you switch it to the right, it'd be absolutely fine. So yeah, the left side, it is kind of a bit of a bug, but it's not that serious. It's just having the little fucking beam of big circle light just like being away from the gun just a slight, because you're just obviously just changing the settings, so it's not all that bad, but it is a problem that needs to be fixed up before everything else. So yeah, let's move on to the next. Okay, next is the golden Mowers. So we did see them in the flight, and thank God for some people just showing the locations where they exactly are. And the best of all, they aren't going to be in the exact same place. They obviously going to change into different locations in the same map, and probably all the other maps too. Because week 1 we already have 3 of them, and then the next 3 last week, and then probably this week is probably going to get a hell of a lot different. So yeah, the Golden Mowers is actually pretty nice additions, and they will be a bit tricky to actually find, even they are open in plain sight. So you got to really keep your eyes completely open just in case you accidentally missed it or just slip past it when it's right in your face or something. But yeah, it is a lot of fun just doing scavenger hunt for these Golden Mowers. It's very nice for like having a little reference for Halo Reach. So yeah, at least I could play Halo 3's campaign a lot more than I usually was, just to scavenger hunt and see these Golden Mowers and just shoot them and get the challenges done. Okay, next one is the Firefight. So Sentinels are only available for now because the Elites and the Flood aren't available yet, because I already knew that the Elites and the Floods aren't going to be in this in the full version yet, but it will come out. It will come back after just a little bit more time, because obviously they don't exist in ODST, but in the files they still are. So yeah, just gotta wait for a couple of more weeks just to make sure they are completely ready for the Floods and the Elites to come back. So the Sentinels, they really are fine. I don't really have any trouble with them whatsoever. And best of all, they still fight against other enemies that aren't their own. So it still is going to be like a massive free-for-all, just having a four faction war. So I'm pretty actually happy with that actually still exists. Just to make it a bit more combat evolved kind of style, just making it absolute fucking war. So yeah, it really ain't that fucking bad, but it still needs to have the Flood to come back and the Elites to come back. So yeah, I really do love ODST Firefight a lot more, and even the new settings, so you could like not let the Wraith spawn in every single time, because the Wraith can be annoying every time where you just like being in a big map and then the Wraith just like comes and just like try to fuck your shit up. But you could turn it off and a few other things too. So it's pretty cool. It's not that bad, but it just makes it more like Halo Reach. Okay, Next is the armors. So yes, I know there will be people that are going to, the OGs are going to hate about these armors, but me personally, I'm okay with them. I really don't mind them whatsoever, because Season 8 is just literally based around these armors. So, we got 2 new feature bundles. We got the Mythic Armor bundle that is going to cost you about like 20 season points, and it's kind of worth wasting your points on that, but you just feel like it. And also the shield as well. So, yeah. The armors, there's some of them I personally like, there's some of them I personally don't like, but I honestly couldn't care less. But there's only one thing that I honestly want to complain about, is that some of the things that changed. So, if you remember in my flight that I showcased some of the armors, or probably all the armors, and you will notice on the shoulder of this armor is a lion, but in the flight version it's more like just having triangles. That is supposed to be accurate to the original version. So I don't understand why this has to change. It's either like copyright issues or something. But it's okay, but I would honestly rather have the originals back. So, yeah. Also, there are some armors that aren't existed in the game for some reason. I don't understand why some of these armors aren't in the game, but I think one that I really remember is the priest helmet, and I don't understand why it's not there. So it's either going to be in the exchange or something else. So just got to keep my eyes on that and just wait to see if it actually appears. If not, then it's kind of a bit of a shame. So yeah, the armors, I do personally like them, and some of them I personally don't like them. And last but not least, Halo 2's graphics are improved. So, just to let you know that the MCC version, the normal version, was just a Halo 2's PC port version that it just looks downgraded, looks awful, and doesn't look really polished and really that clean. Because it's just too like dark and has bad light details. But thank God for Season 8 to arrive and just making it a lot more classic than it is than I remember back in my childhood days when I played Halo 2. So yeah, it's great to see a lot of better details, better lightings, just to make it feel more like the original than it is on the PC port version. Because it's just stupid just having the PC port version, because I don't understand that it's more cheaper, but at the same time it's not a classic fucking version if it's just not on the Xbox, because Halo's on the Xbox since the beginning. But yeah, it really is pretty cool just to see Halo 2 is having a bit more love than it is, even though it doesn't really have new content and new features, but hey, at least it's better to have something than nothing, right? Also, I do want to talk about is the lighting for a Halo 4 cutscene when this fucking guy, I can't remember his character's name, but just saying arrest him, or Master Chief. The lighting is probably fixed, but unfortunately I didn't have a clip of it, because I tried to get a clip of it, but the file keeps corrupting, and it's like, oh for fuck's sake. But yeah, so the Halo 4's cutscene as well, it fixed up as well. So it's all fixed up. Don't see any fucking like less fucking lighting and fucking less detailed and more actually fitting into the game so well. So yeah, that's the end of Season 8 as far as my knowledge goes. So what do I think about Season 8 overall? It's still the same as the flight. It really ain't that different. But there are some things that are being taken away, and some things that needs to be improved, and some changes that really, really are kind of unnecessary to change. But hey, it's up to them if they just want to change some things or not. But yeah, so I'm probably going to give it about like a 7 out of 10, because I give it an 8 out of 10 on its flight, but Obviously, there's some changes going on, and some things are going to be removed because I already foreseen some of these things being removed and being changed. So it is totally understandable. So there's also one thing that I do honestly want to talk about is the Halo 3 matchmaking is like totally fucked. So this wasn't in Season 8, but it's more in probably since everywhere else. So it really has problems because I tried to play Halo 3's matchmaking and every time I get frozen for like 5 minutes or something, I get temporarily banned. It's like, what the fuck? Why? But still, that's why I avoided playing Halo 3's fucking multiplayer, because I know it's not the best Halo 3 version of it, but I honestly don't really like Halo 3 at all. It's not my personal favourite Halo game, but still, I would play any other Halo game than the Halo 3's matchmaking. Because in the other Halo matchmaking, I literally had no trouble with it, because I didn't get my game frozen and didn't get a temporary ban from that, because it's just so stupid that you get frozen for something that you didn't do and it's out of your hands, and then you just get a temporary ban for it, and it's not your fault. So, so 343, please fix the fucking Halo 3's matchmaking system, because it is totally fucking broken and it needs to be improved. So, yeah, that's all I had to say for now. So, Halo MCC Season 8, it is a fucking 7 out of 10. They really did a good job of adding something new and just improving a bit more, just to make the game a lot more better and a lot more playable than it really is back in 2014. So yeah, there's still more things to improve, more things to change, and yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like it, drop a like, subscribe to my channel, it really helps out a lot. And what do you think about Season 8? Do you think it's pretty good, or pretty shit, or somewhere in between? Because for me, I really did like Season 8. I think it's probably my second or third personal favorite season out of the bunch. But yeah, I can't wait for Ghost Recon Breakpoint with its Operation Motherland. So it's going to arrive next Tuesday, and they also did release a trailer for it. So I'm going to review it and have some of my thoughts on it. So yeah, I really am very excited for Operation Motherland for Breakpoint. So yeah, as always, I'll see you guys in Breakpoint. Take care everyone. Bye bye.